All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Live Team Alliance training session for Monday, September 7th. Time right now is approximately 10:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before we get started with tonight's training, as usual, I would like to welcome our new students. Those of you joining us in training for the first time, whether you're in attendance with us live tonight or you're watching the replay of this training, you've definitely made, I would argue, is the wisest decision of your lifetime by choosing to train here with us in pursuit of this skill set. What we do in the market is nothing short of remarkable. The market is something that is very powerful, it's very scary to most people, and the majority of people don't understand it at all. Fortunately, here on Team Alliance, not only do we understand it, but we know how to take the specific information that the market provides us with and where to apply it in order to produce profitable trades when we are taking trades in the market. This is part of the entire skill set that you are here to learn. The majority has to do with mindset. Some of it has to do with what we actually look at in the market. And combining both is what makes what we do so powerful. So just think for a moment, if I gave you a way to win all the time, the funny thing is that most people will figure out how to lose with something that wins all the time. Now, how is that possible? It's because they're going to do something to deviate away from what it is, meaning that they're basically not going to do it. They're going to find a way not to do it the way that it is laid out. They're going to find a way not to do it the way that it's instructed to be done. They'll do other stuff, and this ultimately will position them to fail because they're deviating away from what they're being trained and conditioned to do. Now, that's basically how someone can come into Team Alliance and be exposed to this information and not do it. It's because their mindset has not been conditioned to do it. This is why the mindset is part of the training. It's not a separate thing. It's not something that you have to bring here with you. It's not something that you're going to get here without the other aspects of what we do. And it's definitely not something that you're going to get outside of TA. The mindset to do this is right here with us. Tools that we use, the way that we do things, the discipline that we are learning how to execute. All of this is a part of the mindset that you're going to need for this. You need not only the mindset to execute, but you need the mindset to be prepared for the results of the execution. Already getting into it. So not only do you need to have the right mindset and actually pull it off, meaning to actually do it, win, make money, but you need the mindset also to handle once you do that. You see, so it's a never-ending process for us. This is why training is a never-ending process for us. All right, so this is not about learning a strategy. This is not about me telling you when to trade, giving you signals. This is not about you learning the method that we use and then going off on your own to figure the rest out for yourself. That's not what's going to happen. There's a reason that everything starts and ends with Team Alliance. It's not because I said so. It's because that's what it is. It's similar to the idea of someone trying to build a house, but they don't have the foundation, right? But they're decorating the house. They're doing all of the stuff inside the house, right? They got interior decorators. You know, they want the designs and the rooms to be a certain square footage. Oh, I need a bigger bathroom. The master bathroom should be bigger. We need a stand-up shower and a tub. Matter of fact, no, we need a jacuzzi in there. So we need a stand-up shower and a jacuzzi. We gotta have that. I gotta have that in my master bathroom. But you ain't talked to the engineers yet. Whoa. You haven't spoken to the engineers at all. The house ain't even built yet. But you planning out all of the blueprint for building the house. Ain't speak to no engineers yet. Think about that. It's very scary. So just imagine, that's what people do when they're taking something that they're trying to do without foundation behind it. It's like building a house with no engineers at the site. It's ridiculous. It's ludicrous. And it ain't going to work. So it's just like letting your interior decorator engineer the house. You don't need to talk to the interior decorator. You need to speak to an engineer. You see? So it's the same principle as that. Who are you talking to? Like, where are you going? You over there decorating the house. Right? Signals, strategies, decorations. No skill, no foundation. So being here is the equivalent of talking to the engineer. That's who you're speaking to now, the engineer. That's what Team Alliance is. So surprisingly, the engineer also knows the interior decorator as well. He knows the architect too. He's connected to everybody. But who's the first person you need to talk to if you're building a house? The engineer or the interior decorator? That's the dynamic that we're dealing with. So I use that analogy just to explain, how people get sidetracked when they're pursuing something. It's very easy to get sidetracked. You can get lost and confused when you don't understand what it is that you should be doing. So make no mistake about it. You're in the right place. You have the engineering behind you, the blueprint. And that's what you're here to learn first. Do not try to build your house without the engineer. All right? So that is something that hopefully will stick in your head throughout your entire training process. I was talking to somebody today earlier on text. They were texting back and forth with me. And it's a funny question that people ask. They always say, well, how long is the training for? And my response is always, how long do you want to win for? See, when you really listen to that question, it becomes a ridiculous question. At what point should you not train is the question. Never. Never. We're always training. And the reason that we're always going to win is because we're always going to train. We're going to understand why. We're going to understand why not. All right, so this is important stuff. Don't bypass this part of the training because this is the intro. This is more important than what I'm going to teach you in the market. You need the mindset. Without the mindset, you ain't going to be able to pull it off anyway. You're going to do other shit. That's it. Everyone does it. Everyone without the mindset does the same shit. They have not learned how to deal with themselves. And as a result of that, you're going to do silliness. That's what it is. It's not, you might do something stupid. No, you're going to do something stupid. As a matter of fact, you're going to make it a habit to do stupid shit. That's really what happens. You are going to habitually do dumb stuff. And you cannot afford to do that if you want this to be your career. You cannot afford to do that if you want this to become your business. And that's it. So you need to treat everything as such. Treat the training like that. You understand what I'm saying? You need to plug in. You need to connect more. Get more, involved in a group chat. Definitely 301 or repeat. That's the first habit. Some of you are new, and I understand. And some of you are like, well, what, after 301, what should I watch? 301. Well, after I watch it again, then what? Watch it again. Well, how many times should I watch it? Until I tell you to stop. Well, but it's 600 some other trainings. Yeah. So, what's the instruction? Well, you said watch 301. Okay. That's it. That's all you need to do for now. Don't worry about nothing else. You're talking to the engineer. I'm not the interior decorator. I'm the engineer. The engineer is telling you to watch 301 every day. What kind of foundation you want for your house? You want it to withstand earthquakes and mudslides? In order to do that, it got to be built on bedrock. All right, let me get Don DeMarco going because this is already going somewhere. All right, so, all right, for those of you who are new, don't be alarmed. You know, don't be intimidated or scared or anything like that. This is normal, okay? There are 3 trainings inside of the playlist that I sent you that you are to begin with. The first one being 336, second one is 396, and the last one is 301. Once you get to 301, that is the training that you need to have on repeat every day, like I said, okay? 301 on repeat is the foundation for what we do. It is the very first habit that we are creating. Well, Mark, should I open a demo account? You don't really have to, but if you do, it's really just to learn the platform for now. Oh, well, Mark, but I trade live already. Okay, cool. Well, can I take a trade? No. Do you know what MRMH is? No, what's that? All right, that's why you can't take a trade. So there is structure, there's order, there are reasons that I'm telling you to do certain things. Follow instructions and just do it. Don't even ask me why. Don't ask nobody else why. Just do it. 301 on repeat. That's the first order of business. Get into the habit of watching it every day. Let the light bulbs come on. Let the training do its work. Training got to do its job. It can't do its job if you don't press play. Got to press play every day. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, if you guys have questions also, you know, even if you are new, if you have basic questions and you're not familiar with the platform or whatever it is, please ask your questions, okay? Don't feel bad or feel funny or awkward or anything by your questions. There's no such thing as a silly question, okay? You can ask whatever you want to ask. Just do not ask what MRMH is. That's the only one that you cannot ask. And that is because 301 is going to teach you and condition you to understand what it is, okay? But other than that, feel free. Also, I'll be doing some exams. We'll be getting much heavier into mindset and stuff like that because, as I mentioned to you guys in the vlog, I am going to be introducing some things. And all I'm doing right now is really just prepping you. It's nothing that we don't do already. It's actually stuff that we do. It's just an elevated level of the same thing that we're doing already. And what else did I want to say? I think that was it for now. So let me come back in the chat. Like I said, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask. And that's all I got for now. That's all I got for right now. That's all I've got to say about that. All right, let me see. she said, it's the realtor. He do look like a realtor, though. He really do, or like a car salesman. Kind of, not a car salesman. He's like he sell houses. That's a little inside joke of somebody that we make fun of. Bilal said, utilizing strategies like committing arson on your own house. Wow. 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 J. Carly said, that's why TA is life. Yep. Yep. Sadiq said, and repeat. Yep. Jamal, you will never hear stop 301 ever. Facts. Never ever. Facts. Lisa says, and the way we go, and yes, we have gone away already. All right. Okay, so I think I'm going to start off with some, I think we'll do some exams first. We'll wait for this next binary to come back around. What I want to mention about what you're looking at on the screen, the pair that I trade, which is the euro dollar, that's the pair that we look at through our training. If you are in a different market and you want to bring my attention to a particular binary, you need to record the binary and then send me the video for the binary that you want me to look at. So, you know, for example, if you're seeing MRMH or you're seeing what may look like MRMH, or you're not sure, or you just have a binary that you want us to take a look at and give feedback on, record it while we're on training and send it to me, okay? I want to reiterate, recording is a big deal, because if you create the habit of recording, what will happen is it becomes more natural. And as you learn to record, it's developing the skill set and the muscle memory that comes along with observation. Meaning that when you look at something in real time, if you play back the recording of the same thing that you looked at in real time, it does not look the same. Why? Because when you play it back, you're looking at something else that you were not looking at in real time. And why is that? It's because in real time, you have focus. You're going to zoom in on something in particular. So when you do that, you may not see something else, you see? And you definitely, more likely and more often than not, won't remember what you saw. You ever see something take place real fast and you remember, and then you see something else take place real fast and then you forget the first thing? That happens. But what happens when you record is it records everything. It records it. So when you play it back, you're like, oh man, I didn't see that. See? That's the importance of recording. And that recording is going to help to train you and to elevate you and condition you to recognize, to, you know, do your, what is it called? Eye coordination. Is that what it is? Yeah, eye coordination. It's helping you to be able to look at multiple things at the same time, and you're taking what you need from what you looked at the time. Does that make sense? It's like right now I'm looking at option pricing. I see 78.75. I look at the indicative. It's at 6 micropips above the strike price with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. Boom, just like that. It's like, well, how did I remember all of that in that split second? Because I'm conditioned. See, so when we get to the last minute, I do the same thing. It's almost like my brain is recording. I've developed that through recording, actually recording the binary, and then playing it back. Record, play it back. Record, play it back. That's what we do. Just like when you watch 301. Every time that you listen to and watch 301, you hear something else. How? How did you miss it the last time that you played it? It's because you have elevated from the last time that you played it. See? You're not the same. Every time you play it, you change. You go up. When you play it back, you're up at a different level. It don't got to be a huge up. It's a little up. But the fact that you went up a little means that now you're going to pick up on something that you did not last time. Just like that. And if you keep doing that, look at what you're developing. That is a skill set within itself. You see? So you see how you're conditioning and you know, all of this is taking place through the training process. Well, you keep telling us to watch the same one, though. Yeah. Watch the same one and don't be hard-headed. Just do it. Just do it. You wonder why I'm able to move and navigate the way that I do in the market. I'm explaining it to you. I've watched 301 personally more than 4,000 times. Matter of fact, 4,100 and counting. Me. So what is that telling you? Something about that 301, you see? Just do it. Sometimes you don't have to ask why. So, you know, that's as far as that goes. Yes, I like that. Look at what Sadiq said. Your reflexes kick in. Yes. 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 That is right. Yep. Oh, that was hard. That was hard. I did, and I heard when I said it too. Taking what you need from what you're looking at that time. Yeah, that's a Don DeMarco right there. Definitely. He said extended whistle. Oh, man. Yes, that happens all the time. Jay Cardi said that's why we think that we see something and then the recording lets us know. That's right. That's right. Yep. The recording is going to show you what actually happened. That is a fact. Yep, that is a fact. All right, so let's talk about stability. Let's talk about stability. I'm going to test y'all on it too. Test y'all on it. Oh, excuse me. Here's a question. Which one is more important? Behavior or the environment of the market? And as a matter of fact, for this exercise, Jay Carly cannot respond. Who else is on here? If Walker's on here, he cannot respond either. If Jelani's on here, do not say anything. If Shani's on here, don't say nothing. All right, let me see. Okay, very good. Doug says behavior. Nico, Michael, Tracy, Kimmy. Stacy, no, you can't answer either. Nope. So actually the majority of you are saying environment, which is interesting to me. I see Charles, and who else had said behavior? It was Charles and Doug. So Charles and Doug are saying behavior. Everybody else is pretty much saying environment. Ooh, look at that. Look at Tracy breaking it down for us. She says, oh, wait, no. Behavior. Because you can have stable environment with bad behavior still. Wait, what? Hold on, let me read that again. Oh boy. I'll try to give you the big up, Tracy. Hold on, what'd you say though? Behavior because you can stable environment with bad behavior. You can. What are you trying to say? Say that again. Retype that. Retype. Jay Carly says she had her fingers arched in the proper typing position and everything. Okay, Tracy's saying the environment can be somewhat stable, but the behavior can still be off. Very, 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 very good. Very good. So in other words, the environment can be slow, but the behavior can still be off. Yes? There we go. Excellent. And now, does everybody understand that? Everybody understands and agrees with that? All right, very good. And yes, 100%. 100%. So, if that's the case, then it's clear that behavior is more important. Okay? Behavior is more important. Why do we use slow environment? And this is where it starts to get good. Why do we use slow environment? David Jr. said less movement. Yep. Keep going. Michael says stable market. Not necessarily, Michael. Just because it's slow does not mean it's stable. But why do we use slow in particular? Tracy says to know when to even be paying attention to the market. Yes, and keep going. Bilal said it helps you perfect your timing in the trade. How? Bilal, keep going with that. Bilal said it helps you perfect your timing. Keep going. Very good. Look at what Doug said. He said you can see what's going on better. Does everybody understand? Did everybody catch that? He said that you can see what's going on better. Tracy says slow helps us to be able to see what's even going on in the market. Kimmy, that's excellent. She said it leads to stability. Very good. Stan said less chance of transgressing your strike. Why? Stan, I don't want to say yes to that yet, because you have to elaborate. Why? So, all right. So let's go into that. What would help to cause? Oh, you're saying because it's moving slow. Got you. What would help prevent slow movement from moving across the strike price? And Doug hit it on the head. Exactly. Doug said 100 miles an hour versus 10 miles an hour. Right. That is why slow. That is why we wait for slow. That's why. What Doug said. David Jr., Lisa, Sadiq, all same range. Carrie, I love that. He said it's like instant replay. You can examine the details. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right. So, to summarize, the reason that we wait for the market to slow is because we can see whether or not the market is stable easier. Do y'all all agree with that? It's easier to see if the market is stable or not when it's slow. Yes? Aha. And this is why when the market is slow and it's not stable, you clearly see what instability is present. You even can identify what it is. You can even identify the instability. Give me an example of instability in a slow market. Give me an example. Bing. Yes. David and Bilal. Speed burst. Doug. Jerk. Yep. Bilal. Reversal. Yep. And reversal and wicks are synonymous. Same thing. Lisa, wobble. Yes. So these are the types of instability that you see clearly when the market is slow. And because the market is slow, you're looking under a microscope at the right time. So this is how we can recognize the right time, meaning that once the market stops wobbling, stops speed bursting, stops jerking and reversing, there are fewer wicks, ultimately until there are no wicks. Once the market begins to do this, we see it. And that's how we recognize that the market stabilizes. Okay? So now, once we know that the market has slowed down and has stabilized, the next thing that we wait for is something very specific. What is it? Bilal got light bulbs going on. Very good. David Jr. moving hold. Tracy behavior. Bilal MRMH. Kimmy MRMH. Lisa, very good. Excellent. Position. Once the market slows down and is stable, it has to do something in order to give us MRMH. What is that? It has to get into position first. That's the next step. When I say that, what am I talking about? What does getting in position mean? Charles, Sadiq, distance. Distance from, bingo. Tracy said 5 micropips away from the strike. At the minimum level, yes. And then what? Then what? Bingo, +1. Then what? Lisa said it holds. And I'm going to give you scenarios in a second. Because this is where it gets good. Who said price it first? Bilal? Okay. Very good. Bilal, David Jr., Charles. Pricing. And yes, Doug, you are 100% correct. And that has to be mandatory within the timing of when we're looking at the validation period. Doug is 100% correct. You cannot have a back tick. Correct. And Tracy also. So, assuming that all of these things take place, and at the end of the binary, the position holds, what do you got? There you go. You got MRMH. So now, we're going to keep building from there. And I asked you this last week. What is MRMH giving you? Ooh, come on, Tracy. Come on, Charles. Lisa, Kimmy, Michael, Doug. Yes, permission. You see? So I want y'all to understand something about MRMH. The reason that you need permission is because you're scared. Listen to me. Listen. You need permission because you're scared. Am I right? Like, we really going to go into this tonight. I told y'all I have to prep y'all for what's coming. You are scared. You're scared to do anything without permission. So therefore, the market gives you permission through MRMH. Trace told me she ain't scared. Just the fact that you said scared. Oh man, making me want some scrimp. Now, and look, Nigo trying to jump into it already. Look, he's talking about when you're no longer scared, you're confident. All right, Nigo need to relax. Relax, Nigo, relax. But no, he's correct. So, yes, you are scared, and you do need permission because the confidence does not come until you are 100% sure in your own head that the market is telling you it's okay. You have to feel convicted by the market. This is why people won't take trades. This is the reason people won't take trades. And it's so crazy because it's like the extreme opposites. You got some people that won't take any trades at all, and then you got others that take the wrong trade completely. And the piece in the middle that's missing, that brings both extreme opposite ends into the middle where there's balance, is the confidence. You see, the person that is actually trading too much and doing too much, they're overconfident in what they think is what they should be doing, not what they actually should be doing. What am I talking about? They are confident in their understanding of what? The parameters. So what they do is they take the parameters and they try to find trades. I'm explaining the dynamic between the two mentalities that people will have, so that you understand what you're overcoming. You're elevating your mindset to overcome the fear of the confidence that you are having when you see stability. Listen to me. There's a confidence that comes when you see the market stable. And you're going to have to deal with the fear of your confidence. I know that this sounds crazy already. It's like, what? What he just said? Y'all got to listen to me tonight. I'm teaching you how to recognize stability in the market. The reason that you'll recognize it is because of the process that we use. The process that we use brings the trade to you. So just like when I say you're never looking, I mean that. You're not. You ain't looking for the trade. The trade is looking for you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, hold on, hold on. When the market stabilizes, trade is looking for you. She said that's too down to Marcus. we got to give it to her, just because of that. Come on, Lisa. Now, let's keep going. The process that we use works because of our ability to observe. Now that is funny. He said we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. Oh gosh, you've been bamboozled. Sadiq said, our protocol is designed to let us know when the market is in sync. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Sadiq, you need to relax. Relax, Sadiq. Relax. You hit it on the head. And yes, you did, sir. You remember that commercial from the 80s? I think that was the 80s. It's like, from you, all right? I got it by watching you. Remember that commercial? Some of y'all got to be old heads to know what I'm talking about. It was a cigarette commercial. Yeah. Oh, look, Sadiq remembers. Unbelievable. Yes, the drugs. Yes. Yep. All right, let's get focused. So once the market stabilizes and it's slow, and we're observing, The meaning of the trade is looking for you means that you don't do anything until you see the trade unfold. Whoa. What? Isn't that what I'm saying? The trade is looking for you. The trade ain't going to find you until it's ready to come. How can it find you if it ain't there? If you're there and you don't see the trade, it's because the trade didn't come, period. It's looking for you. It will not find you if it's not there. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is why you never try to take pieces of the process and use the pieces to force your way into the market. You don't have to do that. You don't got to force your way in at all. When the trade is ready, it will show up. That's it. Again, permission. That's what the market is giving you through MRMH. It's letting you know, yeah, the trade was here. That's it right there. Boom. So you see that. MRMH is the proof that you saw it. Listen to what I just said. MRMH is the proof that you saw the trade show up at the right time. That's the proof. This is why anytime that anyone is talking about anything, the question is always, well, what time was the MRMH? When did the MRMH come? Yada, yada, yada. In other words, when did you get the permission? That's what the question is. So the permission is what you need to overcome your fear to trade, because you're afraid to do anything even when you're confident that the market is stable. You're scared. You're afraid. What's so funny is that the more that you become comfortable with recognizing stability, that fear goes away. And you realize that it has more to do with the right timing in the market than it does with the trade. And this is where you'll hear me say things like, I don't care as much about the trade as I do about the time. It's like, damn, man, why you say that? Because I'm explaining to you the dynamic of stability and why it's so important. The key to a winning trade and the reason that it will win is because the market's stable. Now, what am I saying by saying that? What I'm saying is that the reason that a trade will win, and you know why it won, is only because the market was stable. You're following me, right? That's the only reason that you know that the trade won. Not because you knew what direction the trade was going. None of that matters. As a matter of fact, it don't even matter which direction it was. Huh? Listen to me. I don't care what direction it is. I can tell you if it's going to win or not. Let me stop. Let me slow down a little bit. Let me slow down a little bit. Your confidence comes from your recognition of stability. Your confidence doesn't come from you picking trades. All of the parts that play a role with the selection of a trade are there to ensure that the market has presented you with enough so that the stability holds the trade where it's positioned at. Listen to me. Just listen. You need things to be in alignment so that you can see where the market will end its position. That's how you're going to know what trade would win. And we don't do anything at all until we know that the market is stable first. That's how we'll know where trade is going to end. All of the other pieces are playing their position. They're playing their role in the process. The key, that's the glue that's holding everything together, is the stability in the market. You got to get that part right. This is why if you get that part wrong, none of the other stuff matters. I don't care how good the trade looked. How many times you seen a good trade set up and somebody lose? Why they lose? Because the market wasn't stable. So in this information, we understand both. We know why we win, and we know why they lose. They, as in whoever took trade without the understanding that we have. What's our understanding? Stability. That's it. What's the purpose of MRMH? For you to know when the market's stable. When the market stabilizes, you have permission to take a trade if it sets up. Let me repeat that. When the market stabilizes, you have permission to take a trade if it sets up. Now, see what I'm saying? Stability comes first. So your questioning even becomes different. You stop asking questions like, oh, was that a good trade? That no longer becomes the question. What's the real question? What's the real question? Look at what Nico says. Was that the right time? That's the question. Come on, man. Come on. That's it. Bilal said skill builds the confidence. Yes, it does. You gain the skill through repetition. This is why you have to constantly listen to 301. Watch 301. You keep watching it over and over again. 301 is teaching you how to recognize stability. You thought 301 was teaching you how to see a trade. Seeing a trade is the consequence of recognizing stability, because when you see a trade and the market is stable, you know where the trade is going to end. What is that? What are we saying? In other words, you know that you're going to win, period. And that's why we go through all of the different parts of observation to recognize stability in the market. That's why we wait until it positions itself properly. We wait until it syncs up on the platform and gives us the pricing. I take it as far as I don't even look at the pricing. When I know the market is stable and it moves in position, I'm clicking in. As soon as parameters start unfolding, I'm in the trade. Or I'm clicked in. That's the confidence that I'm talking about. That's the confidence. So I want you guys to develop such a strong level of confidence in your ability to see stability that you're no longer scared to do anything when the market is stable if the trade comes. What am I saying? You're going to get to the point where you'll be in the MRMH trade. Uh-oh. I didn't say to do it. Listen to what I'm saying. Oh, Mark said we could take the MRH. Wait. I didn't say that. What I say? I said you're going to get to the point where you end up taking it. Why? Who got the nerve to take the MRMH? How did you know? How'd you know? How did you know? How'd you know it was going to be MRMH? What am I teaching you? What's the foundation of MRMH? Stability. See, I told you that we're going to elevate. And listen, it's being recorded, so you can't say, well, Mark said it was okay. I ain't say nothing. What I did say was that you're going to reach a point where you do it. That's not me telling you to do it. That's me telling you what's going to happen as a result of your confidence building. They go hand in hand. You're becoming MRMH. See, that's not just a saying. That's not just something we say. Oh, well, become MRMH. I'm explaining to you why you're going to become MRMH. Because you're recognizing stability in the market. That's why. Which is the whole point of MRMH in the first place, is to give you permission. So if the market is giving you permission and you're in sync with the market, you become the permission slip. And don't mind me, if this is too much for you to like handle right now, it's okay. Because like I said, I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm explaining to you what's going to happen as a result of you elevating and gaining the confidence and understanding the foundation. You talking to the engineer now. I'm not the architect. I'm the engineer. The engineer's explaining to you, listen, man, this house is going to be solid. This is going to withstand earthquakes, mudslides, storms. That ain't going nowhere. This is on the bedrock. Talking to the engineer. And that's why the elevation comes. So I'm doing this because I want you guys to also understand that the freedom that you're looking for comes from the confidence in your skill. You become confident in your skill through training, through observation, taking your time, and slowing it down. You see? The funny thing is that you're going to take fewer trades and they're going to be all winners. Why? Because you're going to be confident in your ability to see the stability in the market. That's why. That's it. That's it. Well, why'd you take that trade? You're going to stop asking me them questions. You won't have to ask. Yes, exactly right. Shawnee said that's how you're able to run through this current project fast but slow. There was a project that I did. I forgot which one it was. Was it it might have been the Blueprint project. I think I did the Blueprint project in 21 days. So like this is not even nothing new. And I think it was Project 21 was when I actually slowed it down. I was like, I'm going to take one a week. I was like, I'm going to slow down to one a week on purpose. Just so you see what it looks like. Done slow. So all these different variations, but the skill is there. And this is why I said, on many occasions, I want to know less. Why am I saying that? Because the less that you know, the more natural that the process and the execution of it becomes. You don't think about it. You just do it. You don't think about it. You're just doing it. It's like breathing. So all of the elevation that is going to come is going to come because you're laying the foundation now. 301 on repeat, right? Not rushing, not worrying about, well, what if you lose a trade? You're going to stop saying that and you're going to stop thinking that. We don't lose trades. Let me repeat. We don't lose trades. Trades are looking for us. And they're going to find us. We ain't looking for trades. You have a process that works every time. The process works. All we do is rinse and repeat the process. I got people over here thinking I'm photoshopping the videos. Like, nah, he can't be winning every trade like that. I'm like, bro, you can't Photoshop a video. You can Photoshop pictures. You can't Photoshop a video. Like, stop. This is the skill set. This is what happens. The skill pisses people off because they don't have it. They're mad. They're upset that we have this. I want them to be mad at y'all. She said the best CGI. Oh my goodness. They still gonna have shit to say, Shawnee. The next thing is, oh well, we'll make $1 million. That's gonna be the next thing. Oh gosh, insanity. Yeah, all of that. All of that. David said they call yours Photoshop and then they go run to the schemes to set up shop on them. Every time. Every time. Yep. And then hit me later and tell the truth. Yep. Some of them, they come to me, they tell the truth. I'll be like, I knew. Oh, I think I'm ready to train. No. Nope. I didn't like how you was talking before. No, you can't train. I used to be nice. I used to let some of them in. I don't think I'm going to let none of them in now. Some of them just went all the way to the dark side. Yeah, that's a fact. Legal said the haters only hate the successful. That's a fact. That's how you know that you are definitely doing your thing. When people start, anytime people got to make up stuff, like you got to make up like something that's just totally ridiculous because you can't figure out how I'm actually doing it. That's how you know that you've arrived. It's a beautiful place to be. Right. And somebody told me that. They said, nah, man, they'd set you up with some kind of fake account that looks like a live account. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's my next mission. That is my next mission, and we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Jay Cardi just mentioned it, where it's just documentation everywhere. That's why I'm see. There's a method to my madness. That's why I'm telling you all to record. Get into the habit of record. See, nobody gonna be able to say anything about your skill set when you really got it. Whoa. All right. On that note, I think we have to end this. Yeah, I think that's it. Yep. All right. Good night.